Before we get into this video, I just wanted to say that this video will be insane. Don't get mad in the comments about some parts of this video, and hope you guys enjoy. Let me show you how this will be insane.
Yeah.
Yo, what is up guys? It's Scott003 and welcome back to the Clash Royale. We are on our main account today because I wanted to discuss something with you guys. So let's get right into it. So as we can see here, there is a update coming. So we have the new 2v2 league that's coming in the next update, which I am guessing it's like a new ranked match, but it's like 2v2 version, or a new way to like bring in like friend related content. So it'd be kind of crazy. New evolution box, which would be in, and it says explain how you can earn evos, which would be crazy for like a lot of people who don't really have a lot of the evolutions, like maybe the free to play players, or some people who don't really spend a lot of money on the game. Seasonal content, which will feature a seasonal lucky chest and a Clash Miss event, which would be pretty nice since some of us need that a little bit of progress. Trophy road will be reworked. That would be like a whole different way of playing trophy road for people who want to like push arenas and stuff. Biggest update, biggest part is something heroic is coming. And as you can see in the image, we don't exactly know what that could be. Maybe it's like a new badge, or maybe it's a new troop, or something. And one will take gameplay to a new level, which might start to think that it might be a new troop that might not be balanced in some way. First we want to discuss something that affects every player. So here's the most saying that everybody's gonna be mad in the comments about. So progression. Over time, Clash Royale's progression system has expanded quite a lot between the wildcards, books, magic coins, and gold. The path to upgrading cards has always been straightforward. So some players held on to resources for the right moment, which is when new cards come out, and new levels come out, while others found themselves with items like Elite Wildcard and bugs where they weren't really sure how to use them or even know how to earn them. and the update will come out on November 24th, which is aiming to make progression similar, more consistent, and ultimately more rewarding. The sad part is, for my main deck, which is maxed out, they're going to be removing Elite Wild cards, which is meant to be more of a passive form of progression, with something players could achieve at a slower pace, but it was making progression way harder because for people who don't have level 14 cards yet weren't really getting or having little level 14 cards, didn't really have a lot of chances to get elite wild cards. So over time, they saw that players didn't really experience it in a way that it could be effective, but made it a bit confusing and less satisfying than directly collecting and upgrading those cards. So as a result, they've decided to remove the elite wild cards. Any remaining elite wild cards in your inventory will be converted to gems automatically, which can be used to purchase those cards that you wanted to upgrade through the new gem rework launching with the update, which will be really nice since we don't really have a lot of way to purchase cards right now. So you'll know this is pretty cool. You'll no longer need to grind daily rewards hoping for those cards that you need. Now that you can buy exactly what you need with the gems that you have. As many of you noticed, we've also removed elite wild cards from ranked and trophy road this month to avoid the confusion by the update when the change happens. This marks a big step towards a similar, more transparent system where your progress always feels meaningful and connected to the cards you play. So back to the basics. In addition to removing the elite wild cards, we're trimming down some overlapping items to simplify the core of progression. So I think this means any overflows will be converted into I think gems or gold, depending on the conversion rate when the update happens. We've seen many players end in situations where they maxed out their book inventory without any good reason to use it, good reason or good timing to use them. We noticed the value of books didn't scale well between levels, discouraging players from using them since they didn't feel rewarding at lower levels, which would mean that if you have an overflow of books, you would use that many to max out a card faster without grinding. This was the experience they wanted. Players were spending more energy managing their inventory than having fun with the card collections and collecting cards. So after the update, your hard-earned perks from Clan into Legendary will be converted to an equivalent number of wild cards and magic coins into gold. Book of Books will be converted into gems. I don't know why they didn't want to convert book of books into like the regular wild cards of like a rarity of your choice, which can be used as part of the new gem economy rework mentioned. To make things even easier, we're also increasing the number of random cards earned throughout the game, which will probably make card upgrading a lot easier. All conversion rates are based off of your king tower level and match the new reduced card and gold requirements, which would be nice just to have a little bit of progress in upgrading your cards faster, in a directly equivalent ratio. This is approximately the conversion rate of King Tower plus 1. For example, if your King Tower level 10, you'll receive enough file cards to fully upgrade a card from 10 to 11. For players below King Tower 6, we have a minimum conversion rate, allowing for the lowest number of wild cards you can receive to upgrade a card to level 7. Check out the conversion rates below. So we have the book conversions, which is on common wild cards for a common book, is basically from 1 to 6 is 100 wild cards, 200 for level 7, 400 for level 8, 800 for level 9, 1000 for level 10, 1500 for 11, 2500 for 12, 13 is 3500, 14 is 5500, and 15 is 7500. And that's for commons. For rares, it's 20 for 1 through 6, 50 for 7, 100 for 8, 200 for 9, 300 for 10, 400 for 11, 550 for 12, 750 for 13, 1000 for 14, and 1400 for 15. For epics, it's 10 for 1 through 8, 20 for 9, 30 for 10, 50 for 11, 70 for 12, 100 for 13, 130 for 14, and 180 for 15. For legendaries, it's 4 for 1 through 10, 6 for 11, 9 for 12, 12 for 13, 14 for 14, and 20 for 15. For gems per book, you get 400 gems for 1 through 10, 800 for 11, 2000 for 12, 13, and 3200 for 13, 4400 for 14, and 6000 for 15. Okay, for the magic coin conversions, 8,000 gold for 1 through 9, 15,000 for 10, 25,000 for 11, 40k for 12, 60k for 13, 90k for 14, and 120,000 for 15. Okay, new card levels. That's probably why they removed the elite wildcard. So after adding the elite level system, we learned that progression felt much less intuitive than expected. Yes, this made progression feel much harder and much longer since we weren't gaining as much. While elite wildcards per season, when level 15 came out, the elite wildcard system made upgrades feel harder for some players as many felt stuck after reaching the top. This system also conflicted with their design philosophy and goal to make Clash Royale the dynamic, evergreen gaming experience enjoyed for many years to come. Now that the system is similar, we're ready for the next step. With our next update, we're introducing level 16. Why do they need to add another level to Clash Royale? A new milestone designed to keep progress meaningful for players who've already maxed their decks and are looking for their next goal, while making their earlier levels more accessible so that progressing through upgrades still feels smooth and natural. We've also reduced card and gold upgrades in mid-level, which is going to be fair since they did reduce some cards in some levels when level 15 came out. Well, I think level 14 came out when level 14. We've also, to keep the pace smooth and consistent, reaching the new levels with simply cards and gold should now feel similar to reaching level 14. You can compare the old and new values. So we basically have the same cards, but the difference is the card requirements for a lot of these have been reduced. Rares are getting card reductions from level 11 to level 14. Commons is just level 13 and level 14. Epics is level 11, level 13, level 14. Legendaries just legendaries and champions are level 13 and level 14. The gold requirements have been reduced, upgrading from 11 to 12, 13, 14. Well, upgrading from level 11 to 12, from level 12 to 13, from 13 to 14, and 14 to 15. The frequently asked question is, what if I already started upgrading level 14 cards? If you already use Elite Wildcards on a partial upgrade, it will be converted into copies of that card that will mirror the exact progress at the next level. For example, if you're King Tower 14 and you've added 25,000 Elite Wildcards into common cards such as your level 14 Knight, your Knight will have 2750 cards and copies applied to its progress when it drops, which is kind of cool to see some progress into level 15, level 16 cards, and all cards that have at least progress in them. What happens if my wildcard storage is full? Any wildcard received from books that exceed your storage limit will overflow, allowing you to still use to upgrade your cards to the new level. Will rank be still kept at 15? Yes, for the 6 months after the release, until the May of 2026 season, in order to give you time to start upgrading to level 16. While I have an additional copies cards at level 16 and overflow copies of max cards will now convert into crystals, which is a new currency that you'll be able to change for cosmetics in the shop, starting with a number of exclusive emotes. We'll share more of that closer to the update. Trophy Road extensions and changes to range. Once the update lands, Trophy Road will extend to 12,000 trophies. Introduce 4 new arenas between 10 and 12,000 trophies. This update adds new milestones and extends rewards for high level players. So for Arena 25 it's 10,000, Arena 26 10,500. For Arena 27 is 11,000, and Arena 28 is 11.5 thousand. And that's for the trophy range. And for the season, to unlock range is the same amount of trophies, but it's different seasons. Additionally, the range will continue to ensure the most seats unlocked in the following season. Don't forget, brain control will be capped at level 15 when the upgrade drops until May of 2026. Coming with the update on November 24th, we'll see card upgrades now focus on the core resources, cards, gold, and wild cards with gems as an optional shortcut. Existing resources that will automatically be converted. Bugs will be converted into wild cards / gems. Gems will be for Book of Books. Magic coin will be converted into gold. And wild cards will be converted to gems. Level 16 is being added for players who've already maxed out their ranked cards. Rank battles remain capped at level 15 to May of 2026. Upgrade cards have been adjusted for smoother level progression. Don't forget that progression changes, including level 16, aren't only coming to Clash Royale with our final update of the year. Something completely new and heroic will be added in December with our new form. So stay tuned. I already have a max deck with a max tower troop, so we will no longer be seeing this deck be maxed on my main account when the update drops. So please don't get mad in the comments about this update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video.